Hello, welcome back, and thanks for watching. This is Irina, and today I'm gonna talk about gut feeling and why it's important to listen to it. Well, since the scientists have discovered that we don't have just one brain, but we have two, and our gut is our second brain. Um, it's what makes it a second brain? Well, the bacteria, the ecosystem in our gut, bacteria ecosystem is made of billions of bacteria. They're all different types, right? But they have they form about 500 million neurons, so that's more than in our spinal cord. And it controls us far more than we realize. Back when our ancestors had to fight for survival, right? They rely on their intuition. So, like, what kind of food they're gonna eat, what they're gonna pick, because plants or fruit, some things are poisonous, and their gut told them, right? Hey, like, don't pick that fruit or don't pick that, but it seems that they relied a lot on an intuition, and because of it evolved. And however, but this is why it seems to take over our main brain too, especially when it comes to our mood, because it releases most of the serotonin in our body. And what serotonin is, it's the hormone that makes us happy, right? So if we have a happy gut, we seem to have a happy life too. The scientists saying that people who have a healthier gut don't have as much depression or anxiety in their lives either. So we have to pay attention to what we're eating too. But that's despite what I'm trying to talk about here, about what our gut is trying to tell us when we make choices. So we have these moments when we have to make a choice. Our gut is sending us a certain feeling, right? So everything is spontaneous. Our gut doesn't send us thoughts or voices, or is not capable to help us write books or take a mathematical or make an equation or play chess, right? It doesn't help us with that. It's pretty much, it gives us a spontaneous feeling about a certain thing. So what I'm getting into is everything around us is energy, and because the bacteria in our body is trying to help our bodies, right? Is help because it helps us survive. Since it lives there, it needs the host to be healthy, right? And it evolved, and it's so smart, and it's bases its information also on the vibration around it, right? And energy has, right, vibration frequencies. And yes, it also takes in consideration also the past experiences that we had in our lives too, but that's instinct. So if something happens, like if it's a fire, we know not to touch it, right? It's instinct. We don't even have to think about it. Don't touch it because you're gonna get burned. Maybe because we grew up knowing that it's gonna be bad, or maybe we were burned at some point in time. I don't know. That's just an example. But that's instinct. However, intuition is different, because intuition is not just about our the material world, right? It goes beyond it, the energy world all around us, and that's why it's important to listen to it, because it helps us make the right choices and maybe evolve in a good way too. So when we have, for example, we meet new people, or we have to make a choice about buying a house or opening a business, or whatever choice, getting married, being with this person, or getting this dog, or whatever choice you're making, there is always, your intuition is always going to be there. So in order to hear it, we have to, because it usually comes when our minds are clear, meaning you don't have all those thoughts where you don't overthink stuff. So you come to a point where you have a choice to make, and before even you think about it, if it's left or if it's right, the gut is telling you something. And what's telling you is it's giving you a feeling. If it bothers you, or if it's something, it makes you feel uneasy, maybe even upset or worried, it just gives you this feeling, unsettling feeling. So it's a negative feeling. That means don't take that choice. Don't decide for it. Okay. If sometimes we are not listening to our gut, we tend to put it aside, and we start analyzing stuff, starting overthinking situation, or overseeing the red flags in a person. We even consider that, we may be paranoid that we even have this feeling. That when we face fear, and fear, as we know, always leads us to making bad choices. So that is why it's important to, when it comes to making a choice, clear our mind. If we don't practice meditation, at least take a moment to breathe and let go of any thoughts in your mind, and focus on the feeling only. Meaning, as soon as you have this hunch, this feeling out of nowhere, just focus on it. What does it try to tell you? Is it make you nauseous? Does it make you sweat? Does it make you tremble or gives you chills or goosebumps, just focus on it, and just don't think, just feel it. Just go with the feeling and see and try to analyze that, because if it's not right, because you can feel, right, it's not right, this is when it tells you, this is when you can clearly see that your gut is trying to tell you something. And usually, because I told you, this this ecosystem, this bacteria ecosystem is very smart and wants the best for us. So that's why, in a way, you have to believe it. It wants the best for you, for the to make the right choice. So when we have a gut feeling, mind is clear. When we have a fear feeling, our mind is cluttered. It has, like sometimes we have a whole day. For example, let's say we have to make a choice about buying a house, and we overlooked our gut feeling, and now we're thinking about all these options and what to do, what not to do, with who am I buying the house with, how am I gonna do it, how am I gonna get pass all these requirements and all this stuff, right, that comes with it. So now you become stressed, and you don't know if you should do it or not. So this is the fear, okay? And that is not good, because fear leads us to anxiety and even depression. The same way when we're meeting somebody and our God tells us, it doesn't feel right about this person, just because it picks up the energy about that person, right? And we don't listen to it, and we continue seeing this person, and we tend to see the red flags, and then forgive, get back, and then our whole life is, or the whole relationship is just toxic, and we end up realizing that it was, in the beginning we knew about the choice that we made, it was the wrong choice. So it's important to listen to it. I know some friends of mine think that being, having an emotional, make choices based on emotions is wrong. However, we're humans, and not everything is based on analyzing on logic, because we're not robots, right? We have emotions, and the emotions that I'm talking about that you should listen to, it comes from our second brain. Now, I'm not talking about the emotions that they tend to stick with us throughout the day, such as anger or jealousy or worries, or worry is actually fear. So if you have these feelings, yes, it's wrong. We should use our logic and see through that's not the right thing to do. We just have to, like I said, we just have to clear our mind and occupy our mind with something else, so it doesn't focus on the problem. You know, if there's a problem that makes us angry or um, uneasy about something or upset, right? We have to look in a different direction. We have to look at something and we have to try to look at something that makes us happy. So we take the focus away from the problem and we focus on something else, because this is when our mind clears. You know, all that fog, which is the negative fog, goes away, and we are capable to go back to the problem and see it with different eyes. You know, it's like taking a break from whatever gives you this negative feeling, this whatever upsets you. But that's where logic is important. That's what logic does. You know, it helps us make choices with a clear mind. However, like I said, we still need our feelings, and we have to listen to our gut, to our intuition, because it got us this far, and it helps us evolve too. And if we can, you know, try to do more meditation or find even 5 minutes a day where we clear our mind for as long as we can, and we just let the worries of the day go for this couple moments. It's tremendously helpful for, you know, for our health too. It's good for us, and we become more intuitive too, because we tend to listen more, you know, because when our mind is clear, like I said, our intuition comes when our mind is clear. So let's do that. It's anytime it comes to a point where we have to make a choice, try to see what our God is trying to tell us, and let me know how that goes. Like, what kind of, like, the choices that you make, and did it help? I mean, I know it helped me because I tend to listen to my intuition most of the times. So I believe in it. I believe that it's helpful, and it's been helping me throughout this whole time, throughout my whole choices that I had to make. So if it helped me, maybe it can help you too. But I hope it does, and I hope it also would help you see your life with different eyes too, because everything around us, energy and our body, it's all trying to survive and thrive. Okay, so which is awesome. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you didn't do so yet, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you guys.